And now I can relax and play a truck sim. Something else to note, you'll see that this left screen looks like it's kind of broken, but I have this on a hinge. There is this kind of hinge here that, what's the company? I forget the company that I bought this all. SimLab. It's a SimLab monitor stand, and it has these like zero play arms. So what's really nice is it gives me this nice open area to get into the cockpit, and then I can just grab this and slowly work it until it hits the other monitor. And now I got my 3 monitors. So makes it very, a little creaky, makes it very easy to get in and out of. Just makes it like way less stressful and way less contorting my body, because I'm not a young man anymore, so pretty easy to pull muscles. Anyway, so that is how I would set up my sim for truck driving. So, you know, American Truck Simulator and all that kind of stuff. I haven't played those lately, but they are just ridiculously good fun with this setup. It's just super immersive. It feels really good. You know, I have the butt kicker, and I also have fans down there that I can turn up and down. So anyways, that's truck mode. So I'll take this all apart, loosen these up a touch. And that's a nice thing, is I don't have to like super tighten the truck because I'm not cranking on the wheel, because it's just a truck. So I really just care about how much the wheel turns and how realistic it feels, not with how much power I need to crank on it. Okay, so almost last thing, I will show you the thing that I had kind of put together for the gear, like show you what gear you're in. So I put together this here. There is a Arduino here, along with a USB, I want to say it's mini to USB-C, and this is magnetic as well. So this arm here this is for a GoPro, which is what I'm actually recording this on. So this is for a GoPro. Like, I use a lot of GoPro stuff for many things. Even back here, this is on a GoPro piece as well. So what's kind of nice is I have these 2 hard points. I guess you'd call them hard points, but they're basically GoPro dealies that you can mount stuff on. And I have a thumb screw. So what I can do here is I just loosen this thumb screw and plop this in there, screw that in. Oh, put it too low, I have to take it back out. All right, so up here, there we go. Put this in, screw that down, and I basically push this up until it touches the monitor here. So I'll tighten that up, not too tight. And then I can take this, which again is magnetic, and I can just plop it in here. There we go. And now this will turn on, and this shows your gear. Hopefully, there we go. So I could either have it in the center, or sometimes when I play like GT-based cars, I'll actually take this and put it over here so it's off to the side, so I can see the, you know, all the GT like HUD, I guess you'd call it, or whatever you want to call it. So I can see everything about that particular car, even though I'm usually driving with the McLaren wheel. It doesn't have like the same information, and I don't want to have to change the display on the McLaren wheel for every different GT3 car I drive. So that's what's really nice, is that this USB-C that's magnetic, it's used for this. It's used for the directionals. This is a USB-C device that is mounted onto the Moza R9. So this has USB-C, so I just take this magnetic thing and just ka-chunk it into that, because that has the other magnetic piece. And then the last thing that I use it for is for the HOTAS, or again, hands on throttle and stick, and that is for flight sims, or space combat, or whatever you want to use them for. So this same kind of hard point, or whatever you want to call it, mount solution that I came up with, I have these Winwing sticks, I guess you'd call it, flight sticks, and I found this mounting solution on Amazon with this super beefy, like, I don't know what you'd call that, but it's a clamping system. It's insanely strong. So what I did is I have this at an angle, and the reason I have this at an angle like this is because this mount is at an angle down, right? So what this does is when I put this on here, let me get this cord out of there. When I put this on here and I tighten her up, there we go. So I can slide this over a bit, and now it's level, right? So now I have this nice and level, good to go. And this right here, I have another magnetic USB-C plug on here. I just go like that, and now it's on, ready to go. For the throttle, this piece here, actually I never have it come out. I've just been playing some flight sims recently. This actually is on a little system back here with 2 bolts where I can loosen those up, and then I just take this and push it back, and then I tighten just one up just to keep it from, you know, sloshing around. So this here is for the throttle, which is right here, and this with the throttle I just push it all the way in, centered, and then clunk that back, and now I got this here. This also has a magnetic one, which is right here. This is another magnetic end that I have, and I just go up from the bottom and let that plug in. So now I have my throttle, I have my flight stick, and now I can play, you know, bring this back again, and now I have my triple screen flight sim stuff, which unfortunately there really aren't any triple screen things out there other than like Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I don't have yet. I'd like to get it. I had the 2020 version because I had like what's it called, Xbox whatever, where you pay monthly and you get to play games for free. Well, not for free because you're paying. Anyways, I'll have to get the new Microsoft Flight Sim because I do want triple screen Flight Sim. I like just the chill feeling of flying around. So I'll probably do that at some point. But I think that's it as far as like all the different things that I use this for. I'd love at some point to get some kind of keyboard mouse tray. I do use PS5 controllers for my PC. Like I don't buy any games that you can't play with a controller, whether it's a, you know, PlayStation or Xbox based controller or something like what I have here. I'm just not into the keyboard and mouse anymore. I used to be real heavy when I was younger. I'm just not into that anymore, but I kind of feel the need to with some games, just to not necessarily be competitive, but just be more accurate and not get frustrated as easily, especially when it's like Battlefield 6, which is one of my all-time favorite games. Well, that isn't a sim game, at least. So anyways, that's it. I'll try to keep up on comments if there are any, but just wanted to kind of give everybody an idea of how I have it set up, so that if it comes with or sparks any ideas, then, you know, go nuts. And oh, one last thing that I wanted to say. So this here is a USB hub, obviously, with, you know, some stuff plugged in, but there's little push buttons here for power, so I can power on and power off different things. And these two plugs here actually go up to something called a Puppis VR, which is right here. And what this does is this allows me to have a 2.5 gigahertz wireless connection with my Quest 3 to my PC. So it is as clean as the Vive solution for I shouldn't say it's as clean. It's not quite as clean because the Vive solution is even more powerful, but basically that is a Wi-Fi 7 router that is based on, I don't know how to explain it. All I can tell you is that nothing else connects to it. So it's kind of like getting a router specifically for your Quest 3 if you're using like virtual desktop or something like that. But instead I just have that little thing, and it just plugs into my PC, and it's a direct connection to the PC without having to go through any kind of networking of any kind. It's beautiful. I would strongly suggest getting one if you use a Quest 3. And obviously, you know, I mount it, well, I don't mount it, but I have it right there, so it's like no distance at all for when I'm playing sim games. Yeah, now that's really it. So thanks for watching.